Yes. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back with yet another episode of The Round Table. And yeah, unfortunately, guys, the mood is not very jokey today. Last time I did a show with Wiria, we were having fun, right, at the expense of our rivals. But unfortunately, today it's a little bit of a downer. Unfortunately, guys, we are back. And yeah, we are out of the UEFA Champions League again. Another year and another shooting ourselves in the foot job. And yet again, we leave this competition saying we messed up a big opportunity again. And honestly, guys, right? I know right now the mood is on the floor right now for everybody, right? Big up to all the people here. Big up to my guy Jonas. I was just on his channel, guys. Big up to all the people who joined from the raid. Appreciate every single one of you. But let's just go straight to the finals, man. Where are you, brother? I saw your match reaction. Like, bro, another year, man. Again, we are here.
Devastated, bro. Another year, like you said, bro, we shot ourselves on the foot. We could have easily won this game, but we chose not to. We chose to just sabotage ourselves, in a typical Barcelona fashion. Now, not even a single Champions League final since 2015. I mean, I'm starting to realize that we might be just built for La Liga and Copa del Rey at this point, because as soon as the Champions League anthem starts, these players, a lot of them don't step up. A lot of them move fraudulent. We'll talk about them. But man, I'm disappointed. Absolutely disappointed. And that's Atletico Madrid own us literally this season. Copa del Rey now, and now the Champions League. 2 competitions. They own us. And we beat them 4 times this season, mind you. But they still knocked us out when it mattered the most. Devastating, man. Devastating.
No, I mean, I agree, bro. Listen, bro. I'm still upset. Bro, Omar, I'll tell you what. Guys, big up the chat, guys. Run up the likes. Bro, I had like a long day at school, bro. And like I had a quiz presentation. I have night class. I came back home. But I was just sitting in my car for like an hour, bro. I was depressed. I was in my feelings. I was thinking of doing something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dangerous, bro. Like, Omar, why do I care so much about this team, bro? Like, I love this team too much. But, bro, do they love me back, bro? I can't lie, bro. Like, Warrior said it. No UCL final since 2015. How is that possible? Like, with all due respect, you're telling me Inter Milan's been to 2? You're telling me Man City's been to 2? You're telling me Real Madrid has been to countless since then? Bro, Juventus has been to it, right? What's it called? Liverpool has been to the last dance a couple of times now. All these teams, bro, don't let Atletico get there again. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal, Atletico or Arsenal is going to get to a final before us. It hurts, bro. It hurts. And the truth is, it's a lot of things that leads us to this. Like, we shoot ourselves in the foot is number one. The manager's a part of it. I love the manager. I love him. Listen, the guy's him, right? He's the guy. But at the same time, his fingerprints are kind of, bro, there's some of his fingerprints are on this defeat, the players. But Omar, how I'm feeling, bro, brother, I'm sad, bro. I'm dejected. Our season, European season, ends in the quarters where everybody thought that we would have at least gone to a semifinals at bare minimum against Arsenal. And we don't even make it there, bro. So it hurts, bro. But we need a big summer. But listen, I don't want to talk too much. Big up to the chat. Big up to the panelists also.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm in the same boat as y'all. I'm looking at this season thinking once again, where did it go wrong? And look, man, it's every year, bro. This is a problem, bro. This is deeper than just food. This is not just luck and all of this, bro. There's so many different layers to all of the things that we're seeing from this team. You understand what I mean, right? I feel like at this point, it's in the DNA of this club. Because here's the thing, right? We've been watching the Champions League for a lot of seasons, right? We've seen our rivals Real Madrid win it recently. We've seen PSG win it. We've seen a lot of teams win it. For the years that we've won the Champions League, we always know even teams that win it don't always troll to win the Champions League. Sometimes they have to work on certain games where they are really, really, really tested, where they really have to give it their all to win those games, right? And For Barcelona, I feel like this current Barca team, we've forgotten how to win the Champions League. I feel like because it's been that long now, this team has forgotten. They think we can just go to the Champions League and be Barcelona and that will be enough. Well, guess what, bro? It's not. It is not enough. We have to go out there and play. Sometimes you have to work. Sometimes you have to step away from what makes you great to win. Sometimes you have to win dirty. The best teams in the Champions League, the teams that win the Champions League, bro, most of the time, some of them, they were not always winning games pretty. Sometimes they really, really got tested. Sometimes they really had to work. Look at last season. Everyone was praising PSG when they won the treble last season. But look at the games against Liverpool. Look at the games against Villa. Look at how they had to work. Look at how they were struggling against teams like Villa in the Champions League, and they still managed to get it done. Because at the end of the day, they were willing to play outside of what they're good at. This current Barcelona team, and for years now, for almost 10 years, in fact, ever since Enrique left, bro, look at us in the Champions League. Look at the first year of Valverde. We won that when we went to that first leg, and we won that first leg 4-1. We went to that second leg thinking the game was already over. That's why we lost. Against Liverpool, we had a 3-goal lead. We thought the game was over. Against Bayern Munich, a Bayern Munich team that we already knew before we played them that they were better. They were in better form. We said, no, we were going to play them in their own game and they destroyed us. Again, against PSG, against Inter, we played them all in their game. Even against Inter, bro, last season, we were literally 90 seconds. All you had to do was just sit back, soak up pressure, and get the W. That's it. But no. We decided we were going to play our way. High-line attacking football till the 96th minute. And guess what, bro? Once again, it cost us again in the UCL. Honestly, it is an embarrassment. Where you're muted. You're muted. No, you're muted.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, bro. I agree, man. It's just 100%. I mean, we always try to, play pretty way, just do our way, the Barcelona way, play pretty football. I mean, modern day football, you just have to adapt, bro. You have to get into the nitty gritty, just, grind out wins. I mean, we already did this multiple times, this season. We draw against Newcastle despite, not being that good. And I thought we might, just fluke our way to the Champions League final, but no. We absolutely got lost to Atletico Madrid yet again, and that's the three times in a row. Like in 15 years, they knocked us out 3 years. It just pissing me off because we are clearly better than Atletico Madrid. We are clearly this is psychological issue. This is like Arsenal. The reason as to why they don't win the Premier League. This is the same, but with Barcelona not in the Champions League. Generally, that's the feeling that I have at the moment. Even though, let's be honest, we won the Champions League recently, like 10 years ago, but they haven't won it like 20 plus years. But still, the logic still applies, bro. We don't have that, mentality to just get us over the edge. We don't have that, man. It just the players. I don't know what's the issue. We have to have revamped. We need to maybe just to buy some players that are already proven to win the Champions League, mentality, only Lewandowski ain't gonna help us, He's the only one that won La Liga, Champions League. You can say Christensen, I mean, he's still relatively young. So I think we need to have a massive summer, man. This ain't it. We cannot be just going out the Champions League in this fashion time and time again.
But this is my problem. Warrior, it's not a talent there is a talent issue in this Barca team. Let me say that right now. There is. I think a lot of players are not that good. I think, honestly, our fan base is very nice to a lot of guys. And some of these guys, I'm going to say it right now, some of these guys, we overrate them, bro. Yeah, they're a good player. We call them world class. They're an average player. We call them good, right? And I'm not even here to destroy the players, right? But we did not lose this tie because of the talent, bro. Talent for talent. I think we're better than Atletico. I don't care what anybody says. You know why? Look at La Liga. We have beaten them in La Liga. We actually have beaten them in La Liga. I think both games, 3-1 and 2-1.
We won both games. Yeah,
we won both games, home and away. And this is the thing. But when the UCL anthem hits, so legit, it's just the UCL anthem hits. We cannot do the business. Why can't we beat them again? Why cannot we manage a game in La Liga? How come we don't play? Like, how come, listen, I'm not going to lie, bro. In La Liga, we're menaces. We destroy these Spanish farmers. These guys don't know what they got hit by. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Espanyol, like we were cooking, like we were not really that cooking. We scored 4 goals. But in the UCL, how many times in a knockout game do we score 4 goals all the time? Right? So my problem is that it is a mentality thing. But I want to ask you, like, how do we even fix it, bro? Because everybody says mentality. I mean, part of that's on the coach. But, like, what does that really mean? Like, how do we actually
Honestly,
how do we improve it?
For me, it's deeper, bro. I feel like for me, the first thing we need to do as Barcelona, bro, we need to bring a look. I'm a big fan of Flick, right? I like Flick, right? And I think that Flick he's done an amazing job. But the problem with Flick is sometimes he's a very frustrating manager too. You understand what I mean, right? He's a very, very frustrating manager in that he only has one way of playing and he refuses to change at all. He is a high line or bust. And the problem is, when you have that, if that is how you play your game, bro, you are going to get exposed because some teams, they're going to know how to play against that. Once they understand, okay, this is how he plays, bro, you are cooked. That's the first thing. I feel like what we need is a tactical manager, a manager that has a philosophy that works, but also understand that sometimes when you play against certain teams and they figure out how to play against you, you've got a plan B. You got a plan B. That is what this team is lacking. We don't have a plan B. We didn't have a plan B against Atletico Madrid. You understand what I mean, right? And also, most importantly, we have to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. What do I mean? Giving away silly cards. Like at the end of the day, that these 2 red cards that we got in this game, they were absolutely embarrassing. I'm sorry, but they were. Because at the end of the day, one of them, the Kobashi one, right? He basically lost his man and basically had to go and recover. I'm sorry, in those situations, if the player has gone past you, what are you going to do? What? Because basically in the weekend before, Giuliano Simeone did the same thing against him and basically bypassed him and scored. So he was probably thinking PTSD and said, all right, let me pull him down. That's ridiculous. Because now you're putting us 10 man down in the first half. In the first half, you're doing that. Basically now you basically put us at a disadvantage. You understand what I mean? This is the problem. And I'm like, we've seen this before. When we played against Benfica last season, and the game was 0-0, comfortable in that first half, he gives you a silly record. Why? Because he lost this man. That's the problem. That is the issue. And we saw it with Araujo before. We see this every single year, bro. And this is what frustrates me. Because every time we are out of the Champions League, I'm always looking back and saying, wow, last season we were 90 seconds. Why would you attack with 90 seconds to go? That is ridiculous. The season before, we were blaming Araujo, right? The season we got eliminated in the group stages. We were thinking about the game against Inter when we drew 3-3. We were like, yo, we underestimated them because we played them at San Siro. We lost 1-0. We thought we were the better team. Don't worry, when we played them in Canada, now we're going to destroy them. And guess what, bro? We drew that game, and that cost us our Champions League that season. Because if we had qualified ahead of Inter, look at the side of the draw the Inter were in. They played Porto, Benfica, and AC Milan in the Champions League. You're telling me we wouldn't have been able to make the final that year with the team in 2022-23? That season when we had like a great defense. That season where we won the league. Lewandowski's first season. I'm sorry, we could have made a Champions League final that year if we had played our cards right. That is the problem. We don't play our cards right. We have a serious problem with this.
Omar, that's why it hurts even more. Because like we're not just guys, chat. We're not just losing. Like we're not losing against great teams, bro. We're not losing against a prime Bayern. Even this Bayern team is a good team. We're not losing to PSG. We're losing to teams that I don't think these guys are gonna get remembered in history, bro. We're losing to an Inter Milan team that got smashed. They got annihilated in the final. When we lost to this Atletico Madrid team, yeah, they might win Copa del Rey, but they're not that good. I think they're going to lose against Arsenal. I know a lot of people are going to pick Atletico because they hate Arsenal. Arsenal beat them 4-0 already this season, and I expect something. I expect it to be.
It's group stage, though, Giannis, bro. It doesn't directly.
I don't care, bro. I'm telling you, Atletico's not winning the UCL, bro. Okay, they beat them. They're going to lose to PSG in the final.
Of course.
Yeah, but this is my.
I mean, last season Arsenal beat PSG in the group stages, and then they lost in the final. So.
No, but that's my point. We're losing to teams that even the year PSG, we have a 2-goal lead. Close out the tie. Barcelona are losing winnable ties. That's what hurts me most, bro. It's not just that we're losing. We're losing ties that we're in position to win. You know, if it's like You know what I mean? If it's like a talent, like how do I say it, bro? If we truly got smacked, there's no real question. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. As much as the A2 hurt, and I don't like A2, losing A2 is unacceptable. But it's not like we have some, like, you know how the Araujo, the Inter Milan moment, we have doubts, Warrior. Like, we have, okay, if this happened and that happened, even the other night. But the A2, we knew, okay, yo, for sure we wasn't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? But we're losing winnable ties, bro. It hurts, bro. It really does,
Exactly, man. But I have a question though. Like, you know, do you think these red cards are happening without that Hansi Flick highline? Because I don't think so. I don't think we getting these red cards. You know, that Kobarsi red card. I don't think we getting that. Eric Garcia red card. We don't like. Highline. This highline. At sometimes. It gives the defenders no choice but getting themselves in these positions to just get themselves sent off at times. Because I mean that Eric Garcia red card against Soloth, bro. Look, have you seen how high that line was, bro? Like Llorente passed that ball from deep, and like Solos, they didn't have to run that much, and he was already 1v1 potentially against the keeper, and with one single trip over, he got himself sent off. This highlight, at some point, you gotta say, it's not even worth it, because it's like the negative at times, in crucial times, is way bigger than the positives, because it's already proven, last season we were literally like few seconds away from qualifying to the final, but no, we didn't drop the high line. This season, we were possibly, I believe, without that Eric Garcia red card, we can still win the game. But no, the high line got with easily one single pass from Marcos Llorente to Soloth, boom, red card to Eric Garcia. The first leg, one pass to Giuliano Simeone, exactly, red card. So the high line is frustrating.
I agree. Actually, I agree with you.
But here's the thing. Here's one thing where I will say to what you just mentioned. Here's the thing, right? You see managers like Flick. Yes, I know if he's won the Champions League before, right? With Bayern, right? If you look at a manager like Flick, I feel like a manager like him, like there is guys like Enrique do so well in the UCL. There is guys like Ancelotti have had such a great success in the Champions League. It's because these guys are tactical managers. They approach different competition in different ways. You understand what I mean, right? At the end of the day, when it comes to Barca, that is what we don't have. We don't have managers that approach different games, different competitions in different ways. You understand what I mean, right? This is what I mean. When it comes to Barcelona, the reason why for the past 10 years we've been struggling is because we keep playing the same way against everyone. The reason why Real Madrid, right, they have a poor league record, but they have a great record in Europe, is because at the end of the day, in the Champions League, it's one game and you're out. All you have to do is have one bad game and you're screwed. You see, yesterday, when they played against Bayern Munich, we all thought they were going to get destroyed. I said they were going to lose 5-0. Yeah. I was thinking they were going to get destroyed. But then I remembered, wait a minute, this is Real Madrid in the Champions League. I know they're struggling in the league, but I've seen them struggle in the league before and win the Champions League. You understand what I mean, right? When it comes to cup competitions, they understand you don't always have to be the best team. You just have to be the team that takes their chances. That is what this current Barcelona team is struggling with. We don't have players like that. We have some players, but we don't really have the kind of manager yet that can do that. And I'm sorry that I like Flick. I'm not Flick out. This is why I'm trying to be like, okay, well, listen, maybe next season, if he gets some more players, better players, things might change. But truth be told, do I expect us to win the Champions League with Flick? Honestly, I don't. Because
it's very hard.
Next season, even if
I think you got to give him a window, bro. I can't lie.
No, I will. I will.
Give him players, bro. Give him mediocre players.
Hear me out. I'm not saying I'm Flick out. I never said he should not have next season. I'm saying that do I think we're going to win the Champions League with Flick next season? The reason why I'm saying that, the only way, honestly, I see us winning the Champions League next season is if Flick learns to play differently against different teams. The reason why I'm saying that I don't know if we're going to win the Champions League next season is because I don't think, even if he has his place especially if he has to play his place next season, I don't see him having those big games, those crunch games, because there will be crunch games in the Champions League against certain teams that will test us, right? Where he will say, all right, you know what, in this game, I don't think I'm going to play the high. I'm not going to play the line too high today. I'm going to drop it a little bit because today we're playing against Arsenal, or we're playing against Atleti, or one of these teams, right? Where you're going to sit back and hear us in the counter, okay, defense today, I need you guys to track back. I know I have a lot of good players that are going for. I have fast paced defenders. Doesn't matter. You understand what I mean, right? Some managers have that, bro. Some managers they have that. Some managers, bro, they just don't. Some managers they just think, no, I have the quality players. I have my own quality players. I'm going to use my quality against that team, and I'm going to show them I'm better than them. Sometimes the best team doesn't always win the Champions League, bro.
I agree. But I 100% agree. Like, even if he gets his players, which I want him to get, I want him to get backed this summer heavily. That's when I can actually, criticize him heavily. I say, you know what, you don't have no excuses anymore. This season and last season, he has excuses because, Dani Olmo last season, Rashford, Rooney Bardghji, and Joan Garcia, it's not enough, to win a Champions League. Let's be honest. But the thing is, when it comes to big nights in Champions League, especially knockout stages, bro, he's still stubborn, bro. Simeone Inzaghi, with 40-year-olds, still managed to, have way better in-game management than him. Every single time Barca had the momentum, he was just doing switches. He was reserving his, doing subs. He was just doing a lot of stuff just to adapt.
Oh my gosh! What a point by Warrior. My bad for cutting you off. Every time the Barcelona were playing good against Inter, whenever we finally cracked them and figured them out, Inzaghi would be doing all sorts of madness on the sideline, readjust. Every single time we played a little bit, 15 minutes of good football, he would stop us, and then we'd have to readjust again. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think we readjust. We just maybe play a bit quicker, because we don't adjust, right? But dude, it's Hansi Flick. I feel like in the highest level, my bad, Warrior, for cutting you off. At the highest level, Hansi Flick's in-game management has to be questioned. You said Inzaghi. He's not a better in-game manager than Enrique. And I love Flick. Guys, Flick has dominated domestically, right? But in-game management, let's be honest, Enrique is better than him. Inzaghi is better than him. You could argue Simeone in the UCL is better than him. You could argue Simeone doesn't have a UCL, but Flick, dude, he had a top-end talent at Bayern. He had so many guys.
Bro, so Jonas, like his in-game management is, let's be honest, bro, with all due respect, is ass. That's the way I can say it, bro. Like, why did Pedri Gonzalez play this game 90 minutes, bro? Like, I know he's a good player for us, arguably our best midfielders, but we have a Champions League to win here. Like, are you just gonna stay loyal or just win the Champions League, bro? The fact that he finished the game and Ferran Torres getting subbed, who was in flow state, cooking, absolutely terrorizing that Atletico Madrid defense. What for Lewandowski, who was just stagnant, nothing, didn't offer nothing, bro. Rashford coming on, doing absolutely nothing. Rooney Bardghji in 5 minutes did way more than Marcus Rashford. I want Marcus Rashford out of this, bro. Like, him and his United fans can get the hell out of this club, bro. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of this inconsistent guy, bro.
Don't worry, bro. That bean and toast, and I'm not even here to cook Rashford like that, bro.
Bro, get out of here, bro.
He just, what it is, Warrior? I'll be nice to Rashford. He ain't the problem, but he's definitely not the answer. That's what I'll say.
Bro, they're treating him like he's 15-year-old La Masia graduate, bro. Yeah, he doesn't get enough time to so it's very hard. Man, get out of here, bro. He's pushing 30. I think he's already 30 at this point, bro. He's supposed to be the main guy. He's been here in knockout stages before with Manchester United, bro. He's a World Cup player for England, Euro player, Euro finalist, bro. He has every experience you can ask for attacker, but no, I don't want him for the upcoming summer as well. I want him gone respectfully. I need a lot of these players gone, man. A lot of these players have question marks on them as well. Champions League campaign was very poor by Joan Garcia as well. Let's be honest, he came with a big clutch save against Lenormand, 70, I think almost like 80th minute. That was the best save he's made so far in this Champions League campaign, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. In the Newcastle, the first leg, I thought Jan was good in the first leg, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Which one? Which leg?
The first leg, I thought he was pretty good in the first leg, bro. Newcastle were the better team. If you remember the Newcastle game, the first leg, the 1-1. Huh?
I thought the group stage one was the best he had. Like, I think the group stage one.
Bro, I'll be honest, we should have lost that game, bro. There was a lot of times. I know it's not always saves, but and I'm not even trying to defend Jan all the time. But bro, Warrior, I'll be honest, bro. He's the least of my worries. Our defense is trash. Like, legitimately, our defense is so bad.
I agree.
Come on, bro. And you're right, bro. A lot of guys are not safe.
Barca has to step up as well, bro. He's not safe. Kubarsi's
Oh,
not
EJ,
saying
if you
like
could flip your camera like sideways, it'll be like better for the show. But nah,
Kubarsi, I defend him a lot, but he has to, he's still showing some naivety there, you know. I think the red card first leg was a bit harsh on him as well. You
Wait,
know,
is
I
it
don't think he.
like this?
no,
No,
the
no,
other
no.
way was
The
good.
other way
The
was
other
fine. The other way
Like
you did was
that?
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
good.
good. Yeah,
Is that better?
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Is that better?
So
Yeah, you
yeah,
good.
yeah, bro.
yeah, I think a lot of players have to step up, man, massively. But yeah, man, I'm frustrated, bro. I'm
No,
frustrated.
I was about to say a lot of these players are not safe in my opinion, bro. Truly, because dude, I know we gas up them too much, bro. Like low-key, the glaze has to stop, bro. I'm being so real, bro. A lot of these guys, what are we glazing? I'm being so real. What the hell are we glazing, bro? Some GA, I don't care, bro. How some of these guys can't even control football, bro. They can't even pass it 5 yards. Barcelona, I'm telling you, we need new blood, right? I'm not just saying this to say it. And let me just defend Flick for a second, bro. Some of these guys are just not good enough for Barcelona. Let's just, let's just say how it is.
That's true.
Hansi Flick has gotten the most, regardless of what I think about Flick. At the end of the day, I still think right now he's definitely the right man for the job. Flick has dominated La Liga, Copa del Rey. He's won one of two. He's won both Spanish Super Cups. Flick has done his part, to be fair. Dude, he's maximized the talent as much as he can. Jan Laporta, brother, Deco, you guys got to get to work this summer. I think Flick has the right to demand players. Bro, you're barely giving me anything. 27 million, what is this, right? This is what I'm saying when I'm defending Flick. Bro, Omar, I'm telling you, and we didn't lose this tie because of talent. We lost it because of dumb mistakes. Kubarsi, Eric, Rashford, Flick, right? Pick whoever you want to blame. But at the end of the day, bro, this summer we cannot be complacent. I'm telling you guys, Real Madrid are going to drop the bag. Florentino Perez on his way out. You really think this guy is trying to go 3 years in a row? Trash season, trash season, trash season. Trophyless back-to-back. He's not trying to do that, bro. So I think Barcelona, we cannot be complacent. And we got to get some more top-end talent. I'm tired of seeing Lamine Yamal as the only attacker that can beat his man. He's the only guy, guys. Lamine Yamal's the only guy. I'll be honest, bro. Dude, I know I'm kind of ranting a bit. Lamine Yamal, and I know you guys love Fermin and Olmo and all these guys, bro. Lamine Yamal in his head. You know what Lamine Yamal in his head is thinking, guys? Lamine Yamal in his head is saying, these guys are trash. So I dribble four guys. Bro, real talk. I dribble four guys.
And nothing happened.
They don't even guard you, and you can't do anything. You're useless. Lamine Yamal, I'm tired of this guy being the only guy that can step up. Doesn't matter if you triple team him, quadruple team him. Yeah, second half he was quiet. First half he was really good. But, brother, he has a reason to be quiet. There's four guys on him. How many guys can dribble on this team? How many guys can beat their man? How many guys can make a chance? Not many, bro. A lot of these guys are high-end passers. I'm telling you, good players, but are they great? That's just all I got to say, bro.
Yeah, before we go to EJ, before we go to you, big up to every one of you guys. Listen, guys, I have over 110 people in here, and I'm only on 29 likes. Like, bro, what kind of conversion? Like, you guys are clearly entertained by the stream, guys. So smash the likes, guys. Come on, like 20. I'm literally looking. I'm like, bro, how do I have I have over 100 people in here, and I'm only on 29 likes. We're already 30 minutes into the stream, guys. 30 minutes. And you guys haven't even liked the video, man. Like, what kind of conversion rate this is, bro? You guys are moving like Ferran Torres the last 2 months. This level of conversion rate is unbelievable, bro. Come on, man. Smash the likes, you frauds. Look at this. Now all of a sudden we got 36 likes. So you guys, there's people who are sitting here watching, bro. Like, come on, man. Pay your rent.
Yeah, come on,
like,
guys, bro. How greedy.
Bro. The like button is literally free, man. Come on, y'all. Smash the likes, man. But big up to every single one of you guys. Yo, EJ, this is the first time you're on the channel, man. Big up to you. Appreciate you for joining. What was your thoughts on obviously us crashing out of the Champions League, man?
I mean, I think I've crashed that enough already. So I don't know if I really want to talk about that anymore. I want to talk about the future right now. So I think we'll keep mentioning about Flick going forward, and we need to get him better players. My feeling about that is this, right? I don't know when it comes to tournament football, as you guys already mentioned earlier. I don't know if Flick's tactics, particularly if it's not going to change. And I know it's not. It's a very stubborn guy. He's going to continue to play this high line. I don't know, no matter what defenders we get in a high-stake Champions League game against a team like PSG or Bayern, it doesn't matter who's in that back line. I'm terrified because it only takes one mistake and we're going to be fucked. Now, if you look at the statistics all through the season, Barcelona has conceded by far the most amount of big chances. Now, when you're playing in a league type format like La Liga, you can afford to do that. When you're playing in a knockout tournament, right, this becomes it becomes untenable. So that's why, even though I am still Flick in right now, if he's not going to change how he plays, it really doesn't matter if we get Bastoni, if we get Barassi from back in the days, if we have fucking Ashley Cole, it doesn't matter who we have, right? The Highland is going to be broken. We're going to get these stupid red cards. Or I think Warrior mentioned this earlier. Those 2 red cards were because we had to recover, like, each time. So I mean, and it's also very frustrating for the attackers, the people like Lamines and the rest of them. They work so hard to score goals, but they know it takes just one mistake and all that work is done, you know? So yes, I think Flick has done a ridiculously great job so far. I mean, 2 years ago, I would not have expected us to have won 2 La Liga. So I appreciate that from him. I really do. But Flick is not a tactically sophisticated manager. He isn't. He doesn't make good in-game adjustments. A lot of his calls are quite suspicious. He plays the same way all the time. And when the coach does that tells me that the coach is really not that tactically sophisticated. I think Eunice mentioned this in one of our chats, that, or someone else mentioned this. With Flick, if his plan A is not working, his solution is do plan A better. That you can't win like that if you're going to be playing against teams like PSG with Enrique, and PSG is only going to get better. So even though I think Flick ought to stay, if we're really going to win the Champions League, I don't think it's going to be Flick. Second, our players are not good enough. I totally agree with that. I don't think we have the talent yet. We don't have the talent level to win the Champions League. And whenever Barcelona has won the Champions League, it's usually when we are by far the best team. In 2015, during the Pep Guardiola, there was no doubt that we were the best teams. We don't scam Champions League like Real Madrid. We don't have that luck, right? So if Barcelona is going to win, we need to have the best team. And Couleurs, we gotta be patient, man. It's going to take time. And what I don't want us to do is to get rid of our young players like the Bernards, the Kobassis, the Yamal, the Pedri. We need to build around those players. Get players who are going to match their style, and just be patient. If we start trying to buy this one player because we're trying to win the Champions League every single year, we're going to end up like Manchester United, wasting money, and our club is going to get broke again. So we need to be patient and just understand we're not entitled to winning shit. Let's build our team slowly, and eventually we're going to be like PSG. That's what we need to do. We need to have some patience.
So appreciate you for joining again. And look, I think you made a lot of great points, right? And I do agree with a lot of things you said. And yeah, look, I think that when you look at this Barca team, I don't think we are far off from being the finished article just yet. I don't think so. I think that if you look at the quality in Europe, right? Clearly, Barcelona does have the quality. We have the quality. We proved it last season. Like, if you look at the way we started the season last season, we clearly showed we are not that far away from being at the level of some of the teams that are in Europe. I think that we are. And I think that when you look at this Barca team, right, the problem is there are some players in this current squad right now that are holding back some of these other players, right?
Yeah, like that guy up, like Kunde up there, the one on the upper, like his Kunde's dead right there. So he needs to go.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that he's one. I look up even guys like Araujo. I think these guys definitely are past their expedition date.
Agree.
Right?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of players here that shouldn't be here, right?
Agree.
Look, I'm not even saying we need to go to the transfer window and go ham, right? Go get world-class players everywhere and spend ridiculous amounts of money. I don't think so. But what I do believe is there are clearly some areas in this team that need improvement. Players that basically, like, when I look at the defense, I think the defense, we need a top-class defender or a leader in the back, right? Because what we do, because for a player like Kobashi, when you give him the kind of defenders we have here, he's going to be prone to mistakes. What he needs is a competent defender next to him that can he can learn from, because he's still adapting. He's still young. He's still going to learn. You understand what I mean, right? You get him near a great defender, a Bastonia, a Van der, whoever it is, right? Somebody that is trustworthy, where he can be like, okay, cool. I have this guy. I can trust this guy. We can do something together. You understand what I mean, right? The fullback positions. I don't think Kunde is good enough either, right? I think he played way better than we thought he would last season. He was great. Both of our fullbacks, honestly, have not been that great. I would go get 2 new fullbacks. Midfield, to be honest with you, I wouldn't really spend money in the midfield. I think our midfield is pretty good, right? I don't think the midfield is a problem, to be honest with you, right? Because Bernal this season has stepped up, right? This season he stepped up. He's shown that I think Casado will leave. right?
Kasad is the only
Frankie
one
de Jong,
leaving, I think.
Frankie de Jong,
from
yeah,
midfield.
exactly. Frankie de
I think
Jong,
we might get one. We'll
he has a
probably
role in this
Yeah,
team,
maybe
right?
one mate. Here's the thing, though.
Gabi
You
is
know
still, but
how we
No,
the
always get
point
nervous
I'm making
whenever.
is, yeah, before you go, the point I'm
Sorry.
making is we have a lot of players in this team right now, right? And especially in the midfield. The midfield is like we have such an abundance of midfielders that really, unless we have all the other players that we need, then maybe we can go look for another midfielder. But I wouldn't really go out investing on a midfielder when we have a very, very abundance in midfield as we have right now. You understand what I mean? I think the defense should be the one where I would put my investment on in the summer. Just the defense. I would put all out.
Now, how about the left winger though? So I mean, I really wish that's why I really wished Flick tried Rooney occasionally on the left wing because Rooney could play both wings, right? But I do think we need another creative left winger though, like an actual not a runner. A left winger that could give the ball and so go get me some baskets,
Dynamic,
right? You know, so
yeah.
a dynamic left winger that could dribble, beat his man. Raphinha is great, but Raphinha needs other players to be great. We need another, like in my mind, another transformative left winger. And I don't know. Now we're not going to go get Kvaratskhelia. That's not going to happen. But the point is who's the next? You know, who's the next cover? That's when we need to ask scouting to find that person. Else just play Rooney on the left. You know, as for the midfield, even though you're saying that we don't need a new midfielder. Why is it that we always get so nervous whenever Pedro gets injured?
That's a great point.
Because he is basically he's irreplaceable in this team. There's no midfielder like him in this team.
But that's what I'm trying to say, though. So it's literally if Pedro gets injured, our season is done. So we need to have another person in the mold of Pedro that could play. So when Pedro gets injured, we don't get nervous. So we're also not playing Pedro every single game. We don't depend. I think we depend on Pedro more than Yamal actually. Like if Yamal gets injured, I'm not that nervous. If Pedro gets injured, our season is pretty much done. And when your entire season depends on that one player, you need to have a replacement. Now, the one thing you could say is this: okay, if we have a limited amount of funds, one thing we know La Masia can do is La Masia can produce midfielders, right? So we know that, right? So if we're going to spend money, perhaps spend money in other parts of the team where La Masia is not good at like wingers, for instance, like fullbacks, for instance, or a complete forward, for instance. You know, so but remember that we're broke. We don't really have that much money, so we got to be very judicious in how we spend money. I mean, that's just how it is. You know, we got to be realistic.
I agree with the point. Like, listen, a lot of Barca fans have been yelling for a striker, right? But I promise you, we should have this energy for a left winger. I'm not even joking. Because, dude, our left wing, I'll be honest, bro, Raphinha is not a dribbler. Guys, I'm not talking about Raphinha. Raphinha is a great player. And by the way, when people say, oh, what about Raphinha? Brother, it's a long season. And also, I don't know why we haven't experimented Raphinha at the nine, just flat out. Why not? Why not? He could probably do everything.
That's the thing with Flick, though. Flick doesn't really like.
Flick, I don't even know, bro. He should have
experienced. Simple as fuck. That's what I'm saying. The guy who has no creativity at all. He doesn't. There was a game. I forgot who it was right at the beginning of the year. Was it against? Fuck. I forgot that game created a lot of chances.
Yeah,
couldn't really score. When he played, I think he played. Olmo left wing. Yeah, or false nine. So I think it was Olmo played left wing, Ferran played striker or something of that nature. It was a totally different formation. And we cooked. We're so creative that game. Olmo missed a lot of chances. We're so dynamic. Try shit like that more often.
Yeah, also said that, I think.
Yeah, I think we also said that, yeah, right? That's one of the, even though we didn't score that many goals, but we created so many chances. The team was so fluid, you know? And these dudes still insist on starting lower down skin games. To me, it just baffles my mind. I don't know.
And EJ, you know what it is, bro? I don't think Raphinha's striker would be bad either because
I think that would be yes.
Oh, bro, he can header the ball. He can run. He's probably our best finisher in front of goal. He has good ball striking. He's great off ball. Like, okay, he might not always be in the box. He might not always be in the box, but his link-up play will be better than like Lewa and Ferran. So, and Raphinha's a high IQ player. He just can't dribble. Yes. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is Barcelona. We need to get a left winger who can dribble. It will help us massively, guys. And EJ had a good point about if Pedri goes down, why do we complain? That's a very good point. But because like I remember, do you guys remember that season that bald Neymar when Messi got injured? and Neymar just
Yeah.
took over. But
15,
we weren't
16.
complaining. Neymar was cooking. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Even though Messi got injured, Messi's better than Pedri, right? But he went down, and we still had another guy. And our season kept going on, and we were still balling out. Neymar and Suarez kept cooking, bro. And what is that in our midfield too? And this is my thing. The only reason why I wouldn't get a midfielder is genuinely because I do think we need another Pedri in this team. But I think it's just because of the funds, bro. And I think we have bigger problems first.
But here's something important, and I'm going to go to Weria next because I haven't really heard enough of him. But here's the thing, guys, right? I understand that we always like to talk about so many areas. We can talk about the wings, the attack, the number 9, the midfield. I feel like what is important to know is Barcelona, we cannot fix all of our issues this summer. So when it comes down to the summer, we need to look at the areas that need fixing right now and areas that might need fixing later. Now, when I look at like the midfield option that you guys are talking about, like the Pedri, maybe like who could challenge Pedri and stuff like that, I look at those as problems that we can fix later, right? I'm looking at the problems that we need to fix now. And when I look at the now problems, I'm looking more at the defense. I'm looking at the whole back line, not just the center back. I'm talking about the whole back line, right? The back four, right? We basically need a new back four, right? I think in the summer we need a number 9. We need a goal-scoring striker. I think that's the more important for me than a winger. I think that we can work with what we have until next season if we sign a striker this season and say, okay, next season let's go get a third option in the wings. You understand what I mean?
But we score goals though, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you, and this might be a hot take. I'm starting, and I know people. I'm gonna get a lot of backlash. I'm gonna get cooked. I don't care, right? I'm starting to think left wing's more important than striker. I'm starting to leave left wing because this is not the first year.
I agree.
Yeah, I started to agree as well because, like, if you have like
left wing, bro, it would be amazing,
bro. You know how much it will benefit Lamine Yamal as well. Like the way he's getting triple teamed. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Like, no one, opponents, they don't even care about the left wing.
The entire one side. Like, the entire team,
they could just put, no one on the right back, yeah? And they will still, no one will cook something on the right back.
What they do to Lamine Yamal is disrespectful to Barca. It's like, they're flat out saying, nobody else can beat us. So that's why I need another guy on the left. Before we even get a striker, in my opinion, I don't think the board will do that.
I get it, but I feel like this season, the reason why we're looking at the wings more of an issue is because we've lost Raphinha for most of this season. We were not having this problem when we had Raphinha the whole of last season. When we had Raphinha the whole of last season, he was becoming a problem on the left. So teams were not always triple teaming Yamal on the right. You understand what I mean, right? Teams had to always be careful of.
Well, how do you know?
Let me ask you. Yamal, we're gonna have a problem on the left because Raphinha is over there. But because we've been having so many problems with Raphinha this season, and Rashford didn't play there, people don't respect Rashford like they respect Yamal. You understand what I mean, right? They don't have that kind of like level of fear for him.
I'll be honest, Omar.
And I'm like.
But how do you know
this issue since Neymar, I think, bro. Like, I don't think we actually replaced Neymar, man. Like, no one expected Raphinha to have like all-time season he had last season. That was a one-off season. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
We're just not gonna forget like how horrible like the left side was 23-24, 22-23. Like, we had to put at times Gavi as a left wing, bro.
Gavi left wing, bro. We basically said our left wing sucks. We're gonna play a midfielder. That's how bad our left wing is. That we just play a midfielder sometimes.
Exactly. Like one-off season by Raphinha doesn't mean like we.
You're saying one-off though, Weria, but come on, man. Like, okay, he was great last season, but this season when he's been playing, he's been good too.
Yeah, but I just feel, I know he's been okay, but I feel like we need a creative like left winger to have more to have a more varied way.
Raphinha is more of a runner, bro. Like he wants the ball like right in front of him instead of like ball at his feet. Like
that limits.
He's not gonna create. Like we need a left winger that wants the ball at his feet. That's what we need.
Okay, so question then. Options, right? We got 3 options, right? Left wing. Who would you sign in the summer? If you had the money, right?
I said Antonio Nusa, bro.
Would you get Leao, Nusa, or Yildiz?
Out of those three,
Yildiz.
Out of those three, Yildiz is the best.
Yildiz, definitely Yildiz.
Out of those three.
Yildiz, without a doubt.
When you said Yildiz, I have to say fair play. Like, I like Yildiz as well, but I don't want Rafael Leao. He's another Rashford for me.
No, I don't want Leao. Leao literally has no brain cells. Like he has two. No. For real, dude. The dude cannot think. I mean, he's very skilled, but he runs into like empty. He just doesn't think that well. And in Barcelona, we play a lot of combination football. He's gonna make a lot. It's gonna make you pissed off, dude. He's lazy as fuck. I mean, he's skilled, but the dude has no brains, and I don't want to play like that on our team. No fucking way.
He will produce like one quality, like crazy moment, like in like. Well, there was a time where he had like a whole league's campaign. I think last season he hasn't even scored a goal at his home ground. Like the guy. I mean, we need someone that can at least score some goals as well, bro. Like he's not even scoring goals. He will give us some TikTok clips here and there. But brother, we need someone that can actually
clips, bro.
You know?
No, bro, I hear it. No, this is my thing. Okay, I think Yildiz would be the best choice actually for Barca in general. Because Yildiz, also Juventus have dealing with finances. Bro, I would drop 60, 65 on Yildiz. I don't care. Because he's a good football player.
He just signed a contract though. Oh, Jonas. Huh? He just signed a new contract.
These Italian teams are broke, bro. Like I generally like they're even broker than us, bro. I think there's a chance, bro. We should
I think he's a player I don't get it twisted. I love Yildiz too, but we're not gonna be able to sign Yildiz this season and get the players that we want.
Okay, so Omar, so since you say you want to strike, what striker would you sign?
My opinion is, so the striker that I think we right now can afford with how our finances are and the areas we need to sign, the options that I have are obviously Alvarez is the one. Alvarez is gonna be expensive, right?
Yeah,
they're gonna be asking us for they're gonna try to squeeze every single euro that they can get from this deal, right? For me, I look at the options. I think Osimhen is one because Osimhen plays for Galatasaray. I think at the end of the day, if you give him the proposition of playing for Barcelona and being our number 9, come on, man. Like, he's playing in the Turkish league. Like this guy, I mean, listen, maybe he's greedy. Maybe he's looking for the money.
Have you watched Osimhen play a lot? Osimhen?
I've seen him a lot. Yeah, obvious because I'm African, so I watch.
So I'm Nigerian, so I watch Osimhen.
Yeah, exactly.
Play.
So Osimhen, right? He's a very
AJ don't rate Osimhen. I know.
Osimhen is ass, man. Osimhen will be horrible.
Would you agree that when it comes to Osimhen, his finishing is actually really good? Maybe some game might be
no. I don't think Osimhen's finishing. Osimhen has bad judgment. He has horrible touch. Now, Osimhen will be the worst player for Barcelona. I do not want to spend money on Osimhen.
I've said this, bro. And I know it's because what it is, our strikers options right now are not good with Ferran and Leo. But I don't rate Osimhen, bro. I would be honest.
I think
he will fit us though, to be honest.
This is my dream signing right here. Out of all the players, this is the guy who I dream of.
Harry Kane, yes. Harry Kane will be perfect play. Perfect.
Harry Kane is perfect, but I think it's unrealistic. I don't think he's going to leave behind. Like, I have a feeling
he hasn't signed the deal yet. He hasn't signed the deal yet, bro. Why are we not trying to go talk to him?
You think Harry Kane would not want to play? Let's say, for instance, even if he wins the Champions League with Bayern this year, hopefully not. I hope PSG wins. But you think Harry Kane would not want to come to Barcelona if we would say, bro, we want you here? I mean, he will fit us so perfectly.
He thinks about it.
And also, another reason, let's say if he wins the Champions League with Bayern this season, if he wins the Champions League, he's basically won everything there, and you're giving him the proposition to go to Barcelona.
Yeah,
bro. Look at his career resume. Tottenham, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, bro. That's like the big. Like, come on, man. He could if he comes to Barcelona and let's say wins us a Champions League. Like, first Englishman to win the Champions League at Barcelona.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Harry Kane, what I saw in those 2 ties.
Dude, this
guy is so good at football. It's crazy.
I know, right? He's a footballer. Jeez,
he can do everything, bro. Legit, he can do everything, bro.
Crazy, bro.
But this guy's I don't care about the trophies. Legit, he's a Kareem Benzema region. Like, this guy, and you can argue say he's a better finisher. But
it doesn't matter, man.
He will give us 3 seasons.
3 years, yeah, you know.
Bro, I don't need a long-term striker. I just need a striker
for a couple of years, exactly.
That's what I want.
Y'all don't understand, bro. What Harry Kane was doing in these 2 ties was insane, bro. Harry Kane, if he wants to come, he's my automatic number 1. But if we can't get him,
Jonas, let me first of all answer these people who are talking about his age, guys. Let me tell you why I want Harry Kane right now. Harry Kane is a player who's going to come into this team and is going to be proven already. You understand what I mean, right? And considering where our finances are, and considering he hasn't penned a new deal yet, he still has a 60 million release clause in his contract. If we were to get Kane in the summer for that 60 million before he signed the deal, at the age of 33, he's 33 right now, by the way, not 34, 33, right? He would give us 3 seasons. You're telling me in 3 seasons, if he wins such a Champions League, by the time we get to the 101 rule and we can actually spend money, go and spend like 100 million on a striker, right? Comfortably, right? By that point, by the time Kane leaves Barcelona, bro, we would be in a position where we can go and get a top world-class striker that we can afford then.
Omar, I want to just add the point. Harry Kane, he will age better than Lewandowski because he's a better footballer. He's better. Yes. He's actually a playmaker. Like, he's actually an elite playmaker. Dude, there was some passes that, but I promise you, there was one pass, it was in the first half the other day against Bayern. I don't know if you guys remember. Bro, it was not really a big moment.
Yeah, to Luis Diaz, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I don't know how he passed it. But this guy, I'm telling you, bro, you
seen the goal against Frankfurt as well, bro. Like the ball, like the way he hit that.
Also, Harry Kane's game does not depend too much on his physical prowess, athleticism, also, right? So he's those type of players that age very well. He doesn't really depend too much on his athleticism at all. He's never had athleticism at all. So a player like that, playing it, and they're like almost like a false nine, will drop him back. Also helping in the midfield. I think it would be perfect in my mind striker for Barcelona right now. And if we get him if he could give us 2 productive years, I think that's totally worth it in my opinion. At least for now.
I don't think this is going to happen. I promise you, this is not going to be a Salah situation, okay? Because Harry Kane, like everyone here is mentioning, this guy is good on the ball. The one thing I would say about Harry Kane is, even if he's here in his 3rd season and he's not scoring a lot of goals, bro, I promise you, his link-up play with whoever whoever it is, bro, it will be worth it to have him. That's one thing that, like you mentioned, Lewandowski. One thing about Lewandowski is, right, even as finished as he is now, Lewandowski is still our best finisher. Whenever we put the ball in the box, whenever we actually put it where it needs to be for Lewandowski never misses, or rarely misses it, right? The problem is his pace is gone. Hold on.
With Harry Kane,
his pace is finished. His dribbling is finished. He doesn't really have any of the qualities that he has apart from his finishing. All of those things are finished. Harry Kane is the opposite. Harry Kane will still have his finishing, but also the link-up play, which is naturally something that he has. It's not something that requires space or dribbling or any of those stuff. He can always have that, even when he's 36, 37. Sometimes
I agree, Omar, that with some of like the flaws. If his legs go, his legs go. But bro, the way that he plays, I think he at least has 2 more years. And with Harry Kane, bro, he is such a big improvement on Lewandowski, dude. He's got a better first touch. He can pass the ball. His way to pass is very good. It's honestly the best way to pass from a striker maybe I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. He's a better playmaker. If we're being honest, guys, playmaking for playmaking, talent for talent, right? I think he's a little bit better than Suarez, bro. It's better than Lewa. And I'm talking about prime. For me, I think he's a little bit better than Benzema. No, I'm talking about playmaking. I think, bro.
Playmaking, maybe. Passing, maybe.
Do not sleep on Suarez's playmaking. Do you know this guy was one of the top assister in the league at some point?
Dude, Suarez can pass the ball.
But 2018, was it in 2017?
You don't like assist, don't mean.
But he was playing with Messi and Neymar, though. You have to come on.
Nah, bro, guys, Suarez clears.
But to be honest, AJ, like he was, cooking with Daniel Sturridge and young Raheem Sterling as well. Back in Liverpool, he was cooking back in the days. He won a golden boot there as well.
Yeah, but then it was more scoring goals. It's playmaking, as Omar is referring to with Barcelona. When you play with Neymar and Messi, I mean, you're going to have so many like different runs, like intricate runs.
But he did it. But that's how he did with Uruguay too, man. Even when Uruguay, when he was with Cavani. I mean, let's just be clear here. Harry Kane has played with a lot of good players. It's not like he's been surrounded by bums. When he was at Tottenham, even at Tottenham, he was playing with Son. No. When he was playing with Son, that version of Son that he was playing with dude, that Son could have played for any big club around that time.
Agree,
he was that good around that time, Son. You understand what I mean, right? Even guys like Ali, I know they dropped off, like guys like Ali, but when he had Kane, when Tottenham had Kane, Ali, Son,
Christian Eriksen,
come on, they had a good team. They should have won something. That team should have, right?
They came close, though. They came close. Yeah.
When he was in Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, he's got good players around him, right? And this is the thing: the quality of players that he has around there was what? Musiala, Gnabry, Olise, and Luis Diaz. Okay, so if Harry Kane had
his best season so
hold
far
on,
for
so
Bayern, at least.
so if Harry Kane had Pedri, Yamal, Raphinha, come on, man, like that is similar level of quality that we're talking about here. That he has at Bayern Munich. You understand what I mean?
I think Raphinha will be cooking with him as well, like massively. Like
that's my point.
Raphinha will be like eating, you know, because Harry Kane will be dropping, and you know his passes, you know,
so
for
good,
Raphinha will be go absolutely crazy. It will be like similar to the Son and Harry Kane partnership. But what I have a question for you guys. Bernardo Silva just confirmed that he's gonna leave City. Would you guys take him?
No.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think the train has already passed, man.
We're good. We're good, man.
I mean, would you take him
for free? For free?
Nah, we're good.
I mean, look, he's an experienced head, but do you know he's experienced?
Nah, we don't need that. We're good.
That's the point we just mentioned here, Wadia. Our midfield is so stacked right now. If he comes in, it's just gonna be another body in the midfield. You understand what I mean, right?
But I think he can step
I don't know.
up.
I'm gonna be very this brother is finished. He needs to go back to Benfica, bro. I'm gonna be very honest, bro. He's finished. I would have taken him in 2022 when he was trying to force the move out. When he was trying to like leave, there was a time he was trying to join us from like 2022, 2023, right?
Monaco.
I would have taken him then in a heartbeat. But I feel like in the last 2 seasons, he's trying.
We're good. And remember, even if it's free, we still have to pay his salary though. So I mean, it's not really totally free, you know.
That's true. We might lose Lewandowski. You know, this season his high wages. You know, we might lose a lot of players. You know, so let's see. I mean, I think you know his agent is maybe Jorge Mendes. You know, the guy who loves Deco. I think he might be, you know, one of those.
Who are we talking about? Bernardo Silva? Oh yeah, I think Jorge Mendes is
so he's gonna force it on us, bro, like for some way, because
I promise you, bro. I don't want to see. Look. Bernardo Silva.
Deco loves these Portuguese players, bro. Joao Cancelo, Felix. You know,
I promise you, if he brings this man to this club, wallahi, if I see that guy at my club, bro, no. Don't even put it in the air, man. Don't even put it in the air. I don't care, bro. Like seriously, keep him away. Like send him back to Benfica. Okay, he can go back to Benfica and maybe play his last few years. I mean, I think he's still quality for certain teams, not level.
But Omar, you know what he has though? Like he has that dark arts. You know, he's an asshole. You know, like he's not that. You know,
he's really trying to send the school to me.
No. Like generally, we are just too nice, bro. Our players are just too nice. You know, we need someone like rattling other opponents. We only have Gavi, bro. In that midfield, we only have Gavi that rattles other players.
Yeah, yo, you know what?
Shit houser like
him.
Bernardo Silva. Fabio Ruiz, I mean, I'll take him.
I'll take him. For 40 mil, I'll take him, yeah.
DJ, you just mentioned players that could, we'll talk about how reliant we are on Pedri. That's a guy right there who I think
I'll take it, Fabio Ruiz. Yeah.
With Pedri.
He's been injured a lot this season.
We said Pedri in the midfield. Fabio Ruiz and Pedri. That would actually be a very good.
But he barely played this season. What happened to him, bro? He had a big
injury. Injuries, I think.
Yeah, I barely saw him this season.
Do you know who would have been nice if we kept playing him, like actually give him some game time? Dro. And if we didn't sell Dro for him, if we actually developed Dro and play like that, you know, so let's come again.
It's not like we like you saw how Flick reacted to it.
I know, it was pissed, but he wasn't playing him though. To play the motherfucker, you know, now and then there are games he could at least played him. Why wouldn't he leave? I don't blame Dro for leaving.
This is his first season. Like you want to put a 17-year-old on the pitch every single game.
Not every game. Just not every game. Like 10 minutes now and then. Just at least show him that at least you believe in him. Like, you know, if a game we're winning by 3, just play him like for the last 10 minutes.
I understand that, I understand. Don't get it twisted. You guys know where you're right. So I called him Dr. DRO for a reason, bro. When I first saw this dude, right? First time, dude, I watched him in the preseason, right? First game when I saw him, I was like,
no, it's nice.
Who is this kid? Dude, the moment I said, bro, I want to see this guy in the first team. First team, bro. On this every week, bro. Put him on the bench. Let him learn from the big boys, right? Yeah. And I was saying, play him more. And this is the thing. At the end of the day, I am hurt. Don't get it twisted. I was so heartbroken when I heard that he left, right? I really was, because I thought he had a future here. And look, maybe he's still, I mean, he's at PSG. He's already scored there. he's doing his thing, good luck to him. But yeah, at the end of the day, we can only work what we have. We have a lot of other young players in the
That's
academy,
true.
like Tunkara,
Tonkara, oh God, Tonkara is going to be oof.
Right, he's
When
been cooking down there for a while.
when Tonkara shows up, though, he is going to be ridiculous, dude. Tonkara, oh
Bro,
boy,
yeah,
it's nice. Tonkara.
Hey,
By
he's
the way,
from
you know
Gambia.
Tunkara is from my country, right?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
from
he
Gambia.
is really? I didn't know that.
Gambia,
Yeah,
bro. Go to the
I see.
Gambians, man.
Was he born in?
Gambia.
Was he? Or his parents?
I think
Was he
he
actually born in
Spain. I think he was
Gambia?
born in Spain.
He's born in
I think
Spain.
he
Okay.
might have been born in Yeah, it hurts me because I'm like, dude, this guy would already be our GOAT if he played for Gambia. Because, dude, I watched this kid. I'm like, yo, I have never seen anybody.
Omar, respect Musa Barra, bro. Respect Musa
Hey,
Barra.
listen, man,
bro.
yeah. But shout out to my GOAT, Musa Barra, man, every time. That's my guy right there. Big up to the GOAT, Musa Barra. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, yeah, go ahead.
Tukara, I watched some clips, you know, like he low-key reminds you of Thiago Alcantara, you know, like the way he just, you know, his first time, you know, the way he just maneuvers, you know, first time turn around, he has some finishing in him, you know, he can score a lot of goals as well. He can play number 10, he can play like he receive the ball from deep.
Yeah,
oh,
think about Yaya Toure. That's what, like, think about prime Man City Yaya Toure. I think that's his peak. Like, you know, he could literally play box to box, has good touch, good passing, good shooting. He was trained in La Masia, so you know he's very intelligent on the ball, you know. So I think when Tunkara, when he matures, he's definitely going to be a big part of our team at some point, you know. Let me ask a question though. So if let's say Flick we let Flick go at some point this year or next year, what coach out there though, realistically, do you think Barcelona should go for? Or what profile of coach do you think
Enrique.
should go for?
Enrique.
Well, if it was obviously Enrique would be my number one choice. Absolutely. Yeah, but what if we cannot?
Enrique, bro.
I don't think PSG is going to.
No, Enrique has already said he would love to manage
to come back to Barca. Oh yeah, if we would get Enrique, that would be perfect.
Honestly, I would take I like Fabregas. I really
Fabregas,
do.
yes. I would take Fabregas.
Fabregas comes in. It's like Alonso coming to Real Madrid. I mean, not really, because Alonso actually won the league before he came to. But for me, if he comes in, man, like the pressure that's gonna be on him, yo, I swear to God, man, if.
But he's going to. Here's the thing. The one.
I was about to ban this guy from. Like, how dare you even mention that guy's name in this chat?
Fuck him, dude.
No, man. Listen, for me, Enrique, I want. You know why I want Enrique here? Honestly, I need someone to bring back the DNA of winning in Europe again. I want a manager that can help players like Yamal win. I feel like I've said this even on my preview or in my post-match reaction where I said, you see this team. What it's missing is a lot of these guys have never been here. They've never won the big one, the Champions League, the one with the big years. They don't understand that there's a level, there's different ways you have to approach the Champions League. A lot of these guys don't know it. And I'm like, that is what is missing in this team. I feel like a lot of these players, once they learn that, it's going to be different, right? That's why I want Enrique. I want Enrique to come in and have a Yamal, show Yamal and players like this the difference when you play against the Atletico, how I want you guys to approach. When you play a Bayern Munich, how I want you to approach. When you play against one of these teams that are going to hurt you, how you need to approach them. They've learned levels. You understand what I mean? Different.
By the way, he will ask Lamine Yamal to be a bit more stricter. You know, like he will ask Lamine Yamal to do a lot of, you know, maybe more defensive work because
exactly.
He
and remember when he was talking to Mbappe, I think Yamal would listen.
Oh, yeah,
Yamal would Yamal would listen. Yamal would be like, okay,
even
man,
even Messi, bro. Messi and Luis Enrique, they had a whole fallout, bro. Like especially in the first.
Exactly, and that's what I love about Enrique, bro. Enrique is not afraid to look anybody in the eye, bro.
Right, and especially now that his resume is far more loaded. I mean, he has a lot more. I think he has a lot more respect now. Credit in the bank, yes. If he comes back to Barcelona, Yamal is definitely going to listen to him. You know, so if we could get Enrique, in my mind, that would be the perfect manager to come back. If we can get Enrique, my second choice would probably be Fabregas, actually, though. And I don't think we're going to treat Fabregas as they treated Alonso in Madrid. I think we're a lot more patient with our coaches than Madrid is. And I think Fabregas is actually going to do well with Barcelona. With the team we have right now, I think he'll do fine, you know. So
he's very feisty, bro. Like I've seen him, he crashes out. Like he has a lot of personality. I think he will be like Xavi, like similar to now. Not only like the tactical side of thing, like in terms of like getting a lot of bookings, red cards. Xavi used to get red cards a lot of times. So let's see if he can,
I'm gonna be very honest, guys, and this is just me.
Down, but he's
really. This is just me, but I think that Fabregas needs to go somewhere else apart from Como. I think he needs to elevate. Listen, if he goes to like a Chelsea, and let's say he improves Chelsea, brings them back.
But if he does good at Chelsea, we're not getting him though. That's the flip.
Yeah, we're not gonna get him. No, we're not gonna get him.
Wait. Here's the thing, guys. If he joins Chelsea, he's not gonna be there forever, bro. You understand what I mean?
But that means he's probably gonna get fired.
Because at the end of the day, let's be real. If he was to go to Chelsea, cook over there, and then leaves Chelsea. The moment he leaves Chelsea, right, the next team that people are going to be looking at is Barcelona, if Barcelona are looking for a manager. You understand what I mean? Right? And even Fabregas himself would probably look at Barcelona as like his next big move if he was to ever leave a Chelsea. You understand what I mean, right? So for me, look, at the end of the day, this is my problem, bro. The problem with the Spanish media, the Barca media, is you can talk about us being patient. Some of us, the fans, are patient. The issue is, bro, the media are not patient. The media will eat him alive, bro. Yeah. You understand what I mean, right? So he needs to go. So this is why I feel like he needs to go to a club where basically he can be given more, space.
Omar, I know what you mean. Omar, I don't even think he needs to go to a big club for me. I understand what you mean. That factor, like Flick, he didn't have that factor. You can see Flick knows how to manage the media way better than Xavi. Flick has the experience, but the thing with a Fabregas, if like it's the next manager, maybe in like a couple years down the line, is that I don't think he needs to go to a big club. I think if he just stays at Como for like another year or two, and he's absolutely cooking, that's enough. If Como finishes like second or third in Serie A, and I don't know, makes a run in Europe, bro, for me, I'll be convinced that he's the top manager, bro. I don't think he has to go to a big club, but I would like to see him do it more for Como at least. Just do it where you're at right now for at least another season, maybe two, right? Because let's be honest, guys, Flick is probably going to stay here for at least 2 more years. He's going to renew the contract 2028, right? So we're going to have Flick for at least 2 more years unless if some disaster happens. But, listen, bro, Fabregas, go ahead.
I don't know why Fabregas refused to take that Inter job, by the way, because they were begging for him like this summer. Like he could have easily become the Inter manager before Kivu became the manager. So like it seems like he wants to be at Como
but also, man, you can't
more.
Really rush these managers, man. Clearly, he wants to be in an environment where he feels like he needs to improve. Listen, at the end of the day, he's a new manager, man. Like, you know what it is with young managers, especially former players that become managers, bro? Sometimes they rush into the big job. Sometimes it's not always about rushing, man. Take your time and make the right decision. You understand what I mean? And that's the thing. A lot of these managers like the Alonsos, right? I feel like Alonso should have gone to like a Liverpool, right? After Leverkusen. You understand what I mean, right? If he went to Liverpool, and let's say he wins the league there, then guess what? Now he understands the pressure. Now
I want to say this
would have actually been more patient with him than they were in the end, even if he fell out with the players, right? Because they would have been like, look at his resume.
Let me just say this though, right? I want to say this real quick. I feel like we're underplaying Hansi Flick's just experience and know-how. Hansi Flick, a lot of the things
about the manager after he leaves, I
know, but Hansi Flick, he does a lot of things well. It's just the only thing that he doesn't really do well, because I guess he's a kind of basic possession manager. We just play quick. That's about it, right? But Hansi Flick has almost everything else outside of in-game adjustments. Outside of that, which is a big thing, I'm not gonna lie, especially in the UCL. Everything else, I would say Flick has it. I would say Flick has the man manager. He treats the players very well. He's disciplined. Players are not late. Like he's a culture shock. There's no more buddy. Like there's not. This guy dropped Koundé for being late before, right? So I like what Flick is doing, and there's a level of professionalism at Barcelona that I like it. I respect Flick. But if you're talking about the next manager, my thing is that I just don't want him to be like in his first big job, like how Xavi had. And that's the thing. I'm saying Como is a big job, but I want to see him in bigger game, higher stake games. When people are actually watching him, it's the only game of the week. What if it's Como versus PSG in a round 16? We're really going to take notice then. You know what I'm saying?
But if a coach is talented, again, Pep Guardiola came to Barcelona after coaching the fucking B team, guys.
That's
I mean,
wild,
it's
bro.
not if a coach is talented, the
But
coach is
AJ,
talented.
the talent, bro. Look at the talent we had then, and look at the talent now. It's not, man.
Okay, yeah, we say, yeah, of course, the talent was far better at the time, but I mean, we played at a level that was just insane, though, right? So if you bring Fabregas to this team, yes, the talent is not as good, but I think it's going to be fine, you know? So I don't think we need to get this experienced coach that has coached multiple big teams. For it. I mean, Mourinho went to Manchester United and failed. Right, so I mean, experience it doesn't really mean shit, you know. So I mean, it's important. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, if the coach is clearly talented and has demonstrated that he's talent, let's bring him back. You know, and Fabregas is also a Barcelona dude, you know. So I'm
Would you guys take Arteta? Arteta, no?
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Oh, hell
No.
no.
Absolutely not.
La
Absolutely
Masia?
not.
La Masia,
hell
you know?
no. Hell,
No, bro, what?
no,
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 Wait, I have a
absolutely
question. I have a
not.
question.
We're not
Outside
gonna
of
concede a lot of goals, though, guys. Come on.
Nah, I don't care, bro. But listen,
Nah.
No, I am
let's
arguing
see,
for no
let's
stadium
see,
button
let's
as
see,
well.
bro.
Are
I
you
don't
serious?
care.
Look at this
Bro,
guy,
let me say this, right? The outside of Fabregas, is there any other coaches that you guys would want though? Like,
I've already said Enrique.
oh, Enrique's the dream, brother. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about okay, outside of Enrique, like a new guy, like you know what I'm saying?
You
Is
know
there
what?
any-
I would take Nagelsmann.
Yeah, I was about to say
Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann, maybe.
I wouldn't
for
mind
sure.
Nagelsmann.
I think Nagelsmann has did.
I think
is it true
Nag-
that I've heard that Nagelsmann said he's gonna leave?
Yeah, I
gonna
think the
leave
World Cup,
Germany
after
after
World
the
Cup,
World Cup.
he might leave. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
Nagelsmann could be the guy.
I mean, I'm
but
not talking about this season, but
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie,
just-
bro. Chat.
He's too
Listen,
young,
bro,
though.
this-
He's still too
this-
young. Man.
You know what it is, bro? Chat, and also the panelists, bro. But I need some
What?
Spanish football back, bro. No, this kamikaze, I love it, but I need my
Some calma,
Spanish
man.
to be
Some
talking
calma.
about. You know what I'm
pausa.
saying? Bro, all these watch-alongs, bro. I'm getting a headache, bro. I
Want
can't
some,
even do
you
a
touch,
reaction,
I touch, you touch ball. You know, no,
bro.
you know,
Bro. The way PSG plays is so beautiful, and I love the way we play. It's entertaining, I will say, but like you know what I'm saying, a little bit more calmer. But I would honestly, dude, I'll throw one guy in there, and this is kind of like a company type of move, but it's Michel Sanchez from Girona, bro. I rate the guy, bro. I rate him. I genuinely rate the guy, bro. I think.
Yo, do you remember when we went for a project manager?
What's that?
Last time we went for a project manager.
guy-
Hold on.
Bro, but Michel,
Last time we
hold
went
on.
for
They
a
play
project
good
manager with
football.
Kike
Whenever they
Setien,
play
bro.
against Barca or Real Madrid, they play some good football.
He had
No,
a
the last
remontade
time we
this
had
season
a
as well,
project
by the way.
manager was Kike Setien, and we lost 8-2 to Bayern.
Okay, but
To be
it's a
honest,
different time.
That squad was just.
Okay, hold on.
honestly.
You're telling me if we can't get Enrique and we can't get Fabregas, let's say for whatever reason a club already snapped him up. I don't think that's a bad shout. The guy could play counterattack. He could in-game. I seen him beat Barcelona in every single way. Bro, I know.
Bro, he's
unpopular
beating us
opinion, I
twice,
think it
bro.
could.
I'm not
very
opposed.
good take, man.
I'm not opposed to that take, actually, though. So, I mean, yes, they do play pretty good football. Mind you, the type of team he's playing, he has a very limited talents, right? So, and he's doing the best that he can. But his
EJ,
style
let
of
me cut you off
play,
real quick,
his
real
style
quick.
of
My
play,
bad,
you
EJ.
know, his
They
style of
take
play.
EJ, my bad for cutting you off. They take every talent away from him. If somebody has a good
I
season,
was about
bye-bye.
to say that.
No, I'm
I was
saying
about to
so.
say that.
Go ahead.
So I think his style of play would fit Barcelona, actually, though. If you give him more talent, I think he could do way better, you know. So I mean, we seem to think that some of these coaches, if you take even a Pep Guardiola and you put him in some bum ass team, do you think he's going to do as well? Probably not. You know, you still need talented players, ultimately. You know, I mean, players play the game. So Eric Ten Hag. No, so I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, ideally with Luis Enrique, but we're not gonna get Luis Enrique. I don't mind Nagelsmann, but this German way of football, I don't know, it's something about that kind of makes me a little bit not.
I think it's different. I think Nagelsmann is more actually flexible with his tactics. So he's not like this person that just has.
It's not
playing
bad.
and-
It's not bad as Flick. I mean,
And also, by the way, just before people forget, you don't even realize it, but Nagelsmann actually said his dream job is Barcelona. So
I said that, really? Yeah.
he said that
Yeah,
back
I
in-
mean,
I
his stint at
think-
Bayern was a bit underwhelming. though.
2021,
I
yeah,
think-
he said it when he was still alive. He said his dream.
I think he's a
mine
better
is
coach than
Barcelona.
Flick, actually, though. So, but
Okay, I'm glad. I was like, I never forget. I
he's a
always
better
keep it in the back of my
tactician. I'll
mind.
say he has
he's
more
a better
tactics.
tactician, yeah. But
It's
He has
not
a lot
very
of
hard
ego,
to
though.
be better than Flick, in terms of tactician, because Hansi Flick has that one style,
And
you
that's
just
it.
stick by
No,
that.
I ain't
But
gonna lie.
isn't it? Hold on,
Guys.
guys. Hold on one second. Isn't that an indictment on La Liga and Madrid,
It
for
is.
instance, that this dude that literally plays only one way
I love Flick,
has
man.
dominated La Liga for 2 years and has really like smacked Madrid like over and over again.
Yo. I have to
Fuck,
say this.
man.
But I love Flick because you know what it is, bro. They call him one trick pony, but he's still sweet
That
in
shit
Spain.
works.
And you know what it is, bro? Like, I don't know if you guys like watch boxing at all, bro. Bro, Flick is legit Deontay Wilder, bro. He's a one punch, but you know what? You can't stop it. So what are you gonna do, bro? At least in La Liga, you can't stop it. So it's crazy, bro. But I mean, I don't know. As long as we don't get like a bum like Arteta or like, you know what I'm saying, Ten Hag, Tuchel, bro, hell no.
Arteta was playing good football though, 22-23. A lot of people forget that.
He's a scaredy cat, bro. He
It's a
ain't win
pussy.
two.
Yeah, it's a pussy.
Yeah,
No,
My guy went
he's
to Bayern Munich. My guy went to Bayern Munich. They were trying to win a treble and basically destroyed them within 2 seasons. Come on, man, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like bro, Flick is actually building something good here, bro. I need a manager that can continue what he's
And
doing.
Arteta's not even like, he's not like smart either. He doesn't understand that he needs attacking.
Don't even bring the Arteta stuff to this club, man.
Omar. Arteta doesn't understand that to play counterattack football, you need attacking talent. Because he wants all his wingers to defend. At least even Jose Mourinho understands, yo, if I'm gonna park the bus, you know what I'm saying? I might need one. I need that one baller to be able to dribble and do it himself, Bro, this guy plays, it looks like they're playing 11 defenders, bro. Like,
so here's the thing. Remember, I think was it like 2 or 3 years ago? There was a time when Arsenal, when what's his name, first came from City to join Arsenal. Was that Brazilian player? So that year they were actually playing some really entertaining football, right? Then they bottled the league. Then they bottled the league again. I think what happened to Arteta, he's almost like a mental issue right now. He's so terrified, right? He's so terrified of bottling the league. He's becoming so conservative. I think he plays with a lot of fear right now because of the pressure he has on him, So, and I don't want that type of coach in Barcelona. I don't want a coach that's going to be so afraid to try things coaching Barca. So yeah, no, definitely do not want Arteta.
You know what's funny, bro? People are gonna say like this is like a terrorism like semifinal. Bro, Atletico play better football than Arsenal. I'm not even joking. They actually do, bro. But they got better attackers. They got Alvarez, flipping Sorlo. They got Lookman. Simeone on the break, bro. Like Griezmann, bro. Arsenal, who do they got, bro? So. Nah, but I think they're gonna set piece their way through.
I respect Gyökeres, bro.
Nah, bro, that guy's dead.
Gyökeres,
By the way, I want to say this. I want to say this, bro. I legit said Barca. I said Barca should not get Gyökeres because I don't care. I said this before the season, bro. And the thing
I was actually talking about him last season,
bro. Because no matter how many goals you score, brother, if you don't have a first touch, you suck,
bro.
I'm gonna just say it right now. I'm
not gonna lie. We dodged the bullet last season, bro. Sesko, Gyökeres. I think maybe the only hit has been Ekitike, bro.
Ekitike would have been nice. I think Ekitike would have been nice for
Barca.
But this is why I see sometimes stats come out. You gotta watch the player. I watched like 1 or 2 Sporting games, and I'm like, bro, Gyökeres is so bad. Like, it took me 1 or 2 games, and I think he scored a brace actually in one of them. And I said, please, Barca, don't buy him because I saw the vision, bro. It's not always about stats. It's about, is he good enough? You know what I mean?
And that's
my thing. Osimhen. I don't think Osimhen's good enough for Barca.
Nah,
I don't care how many goals he scores. I know it's a good fit. Fair enough, but I don't rate him, bro.
Nah, and even like Gyökeres, I watched this YouTube dude. Someone did a little compilation about his goals for when he was in Portugal. It was basically against the bum-ass teams. Against the top 4 teams, he rarely scores. Right, he was scoring against ass teams all the time. So those goals were not really they were not important goals, in my opinion. When he's playing against more elite defenses, Gyökeres is just not that good. It really isn't at all. So
I'll be fair to Osimhen, right? Okay, because that type of profile striker, of course, we need it. We need somebody in the box. I just don't want to spend top dollar for it, bro. Because I think why are we spending it for like a guy who's kind of limited? The only exception for me is Erling Haaland because at least he's a generational striker at what he does. And at least he's, you know what I'm saying? He's a better finisher, bro. Haaland's actually elite at finishing. Osimhen's not, bro. So I will take that type of striker, but I will take it for like 40, 45 max, 35. I don't
Yeah,
want to
he's gonna
spend
cost a
top
lot,
dollar.
bro. That's the issue with Osimhen, bro. Like he's gonna cost way more than Harry Kane. So it's not
Yeah.
really, it's not really worth it. But I think, Barcelona it's not gonna even sign a big striker, because we're gonna sign Bastoni. So it's gonna be either one big attacker or one big defenders cost wise.
Get
So
me
I
the
think
defense, bro. Get me the
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
defense.
give me
then
the
yeah,
defense. And
Bastoni.
give me a
Oh,
left
yeah.
winger,
But,
please.
but anyway, guys, listen, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys who've been here, guys. We're gonna be wrapping up, man. We've been doing this show now for hour 20 minutes. We actually went way longer than I thought we would do. But big up to every single one of you guys who've been here, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Every single one of you, man. Appreciate you every single time, guys. Listen, man. Big up to EJ, guys. Big up to you. Appreciate you for joining us on this stream. Big up to my
man.
every
Thanks so
single
much.
time, man. Big up to you every single time. Big up to my guy Barca React. Make sure you guys go subscribe to both Waria and Barca React channel, guys. I was little on Eunice's channel not too long ago, guys. We just cooked over there, guys. So make sure you guys go
Thanks.
subscribe to all of us, man. But listen, guys, another year at the Champions League. Now we have all the
Wait, am I lagging or is it him?
I think it's him. It's him. It's breaking off. Yeah.
Yeah, Omar, I can't lie. You're lagging, bro. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Yo.
But guys, big up chat, man.
Anyways, big
It's
ups,
been a
man.
big
So
No,
no,
big
at
up.
least we still have a Clasico to go. So let's at least wait for that one. That's one more enjoyable game. We got to whoop that ass though. So we need to definitely
Bro, I
whoop
can't
that ass.
lie, bro.
I need like
Omar-
6-0 or
Yeah,
something,
at
bro.
least,
Like,
exactly.
Brother, you know what I want for a Clasico, real quick? Brother, I want us to smash them, destroy them, maybe I don't know, like maybe like a 4-1. A 4-1
Yeah.
with wait, hold up. A 4-1 with our B team. I want Ronnie Bargdi and like what's it called? Ronnie Bargdi and like Joffrey. You know what I'm saying? I want these men to
Smash
be.
them.
But
No,
And
no, no,
I
I
believe I think if we win, if Madrid and Barcelona wins all their games to like Clasico, and we win in a Clasico, we're going to win the league that day. Actually, though,
bro,
if we
It
go,
depends on how they do though before
that's
that
what I'm saying.
game.
If they win all their games and we win all our games, we're gonna win the league in a Clasico.
Bro,
So,
listen, I just need, you know what it is? People say the El Clasico is for nothing, brother. It's
no,
for pride. Listen,
fuck no.
EJ, El Clasico, brother, we can play across the street. It still matters, bro.
It
I don't
matters
care.
all the
We
time.
need to destroy these men. Bro, this is stress
You know what?
relief, bro.
I low-key want to win the league before so they can give us guard of honor.
I don't think they're gonna do it though.
not gonna
Mbappe's
do it.
Ayatollah's not gonna let them fuckers do it. They're not. Ayatollah's like fuck
Bro,
that.
you think, broski, you think man like Ayatollah and flipping like Stalin, bro? Bro, you got
Yeah,
Mbappe and Perez, bro.
Yeah,
These
they're not
guys
doing it. Fuck
bro.
that.
Nah,
You know
bro.
what? That's why the whole Xabi Alonso even got sacked, because he refused to take guard of honor after
Guard
the
of honor.
final. Like, so it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're not doing it.
It's
So
crazy.
But apparently, this is what I've heard, right? At least it was like, okay, so that happened, and apparently, I think he wanted players in the January window, and I heard Perez he doesn't do that. So, brother, don't say Mbappe like little broed him at the game, and Perez just say, "Yo, you ain't getting it." He little broed him, in the meeting.
fuck this, I'm out.
Brother, he said, I'm out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out.
I hear it, bro.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie,
that's
bro.
crazy.
Man's
That's
getting
crazy.
disrespected at work, bro. I hear it, bro.
Bro, like, hopefully Mbappe stays for Madrid, bro. Loki,
Yo, me
he's an
too,
agent,
dude.
bro.
I want
He's an
Mbappe to
undercover
be
agent.
there forever. I want Mbappe, Bellingham, and a fucking Vinicius to be there forever. And I said this a year ago. As long as Mbappe and Vinicius and Bellingham are on that team, I swear to you, they're never going to win La Liga, guaranteed.
Bro, you know
watch
what's
my
crazy?
words right now.
I know Omar's Wi-Fi is like finished right now,
Mhm.
guys. Omar's Wi-Fi with the last minute dagger. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I want to say this, bro. When Mbappe came to Madrid, at that time they won the UCL. They added Mbappe. We were trash. Also, we didn't remember under Xavi, right? The last year, I thought we were cooked for a while. I can't even lie to you.
For real, no, I did actually though.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
well,
thought
I
because they won the
did,
UCL,
I
they
thought
added
we're fucked,
Mbappe,
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
dude,
added Mbappe, yeah.
nobody would have thought that they would be this bad. Like genuinely, like not even I. Like, hey, bro, it's crazy how bad they've gotten with the Mbappe and how imbalanced. I want them to not sign a striker So
Mhm.
Mbappe can stay the striker. Vinicius is gonna sign a contract apparently. That's good, bro. I need them to add another superstar, maybe add another left winger. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Generally,
that's-
all they have to do is like sign someone like Murici, someone like just a normal striker. I think he will feast, like
Yeah, but then what are you
either
going to do?
Mbappe-
What are you going to do to Mbappe and Vinicius though?
one of them has to be benched. One of them has to be benched.
That's not going to work. Though. That's the thing, though. That's not going to work. They're going to
Bro,
fight. So
They're not gonna start with Mbappe and Vinny. They're not gonna win. in
So
my
you
opinion.
think you're going to play Vinicius on the how's that locker room going to function if Vinicius is being benched?
You
You know,
seen
so-
yesterday, they already Bellingham and Vinny, like Vinny told him to shut up mid game. They
Exactly. That's
already
what
fighting.
I want more of that. Exactly.
And you know what it is? You know what it is genuinely with Madrid is that the problem, okay, the players, okay, they're still talented, but they give the manager no say.
At
so,
all.
So hold up. This imbalanced roster, it's imbalanced by nature once you add an Mbappe, right? And you lost Kroos. It's really imbalanced, the midfield and the attack. The fact that the manager has no say. So, bro, this is like, I don't know how to say it. This is like, I don't even know. Your car broke down. You go to the mechanic, but then you're like, yo, don't touch my car. But the car's not going to get
That's
fixed.
pretty much,
You know
but
what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
it is. It doesn't make any
This is
sense.
crazy, bro. So, Madrid are finished, bro, for now. Unless,
Yeah, the fuck. Yeah.
yeah, bro, it's mad.
Bro,
And they did
the
the
thing
team-
is,
the-
like, Arbeloa is gonna stay, and
You
apparently
think
he's
he's going
gonna
to
stay.
stay for real?
Yeah, apparently
Oh,
he's
wow.
gonna
I
stay
don't think-
because
Wow,
it's,
okay.
it's either him or Jurgen Klopp, and either way, a very strict manager is not gonna be lasting long in this team.
And
Let's be
Madrid is
honest.
not. Too many
It's-
egos, man. Too many
All you have
egos.
to do is like they need someone that says it's my fault after every
Mhm.
loss, like Arbeloa does. Like
Mhm.
today, this defeat was on me. Jurgen Klopp is not gonna do that, bro. Like
Nope.
so,
Guys,
I don't know.
so
No,
guys, unfortunately, while I was just about to end the stream, my computer just crashed and just turned and just shut down completely. So
Nah, that's
that's why
common,
I
bro.
just
That's
disappeared.
It's all good.
Guys, appreciate all the people who are here, guys. We are gonna be leaving, guys, and big up to them all. Hey guys, and yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to Wadia and Jonas, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys, man. But listen, we'll be back this weekend against Osasuna, guys. Got a tough away game. Hopefully we can go out there and actually
It's
get
not
the
it's
job
not on the
done.
weekend, Omar. I think we
It's
What
on
is
it?
Wednesday or something. Yeah, we don't play this weekend.
Celta
Oh, we
Vigo
don't play
plays
this
at
weekend?
Vigo Wednesday, bro. Wednesday's the next game, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, when is the Osasuna game?
Nah, bro.
I thought Osasuna
This
was
week
this
is
weekend.
Copa del Rey final, bro.
Copa del Rey
there's
final.
Oh,
no-
so this weekend, so we got no football, Barca
Yeah,
football this
no,
weekend.
no,
we all gonna hate to watch Arsenal on Sunday.
Arsenal, Man City, dude.
Oh,
That's
that
all
game
right.
on Sunday.
All right,
Should I
bro.
put-
You know, so
Oh, key match reaction. I don't know.
Hey, listen, no, I am not doing no match reaction to our stuff as a City game, man. I might not even watch it, man. That game is gonna be boring as hell. But listen,
It's
we'll be seeing more. But listen, guys, don't worry, guys. Listen, the content it doesn't end, man. We will be back during the week. We'll be doing more content on Barcelona, guys. So make sure you guys go subscribe to all the people in here, guys. Listen, we're gonna redirect you all, guys, to Zero Talk. They're doing the heavyweight show over there, man. Let's see what they're talking about there. So put Omar Raid in the comment section below. Big up to every single one of you guys. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to all the people in here, man. Big up.
all right, guys.
Peace
Let's
out.
go,
Yeah.
Barca.
Mr. Barca.